welcome. Greg Bills here. In this video we're going to do some keyword research, and to do that we're going to use a Google AdWords keyword tool, and you'll find the link to it right below this video, but for right now just follow along. When you do click on that link, it'll take you to a site that you see before you right now, and once you're here you're going to want to bookmark this site because keyword research is something you're going to be doing a lot of. And that's the whole purpose in this video, is to get you familiar with this site and take a little bit of the unknown out of it. Now once you're here, you'll notice that they offer some different tools, but for right now we're going to focus on the keyword tool. And you'll also see down here that they have help center, some different topics that if you need help with. Now before we get started here, I do want to give you a heads up on something. In the future, if you decide to do some pay-per-click advertising, some PPC advertising with Google, I'm going to warn you, don't try to promote your multi-level marketing company using pay-per-click advertising, because you'll get banned, and you'll get banned for life. Google does not discriminate when it comes to multi-level marketing companies. They look at them all the same, and they look at them as if they're pyramid schemes. Now I know that's not, that's not very educated, but they look at them all the same. They're all pyramid schemes in their eyes, and they'll ban you. And if you do try to promote a multi-level marketing company, they'll accept it, then they'll reject it just that fast. And just a little word of advice, don't resubmit it, and don't even call them, because what happens when you call them is they resubmit it to the boys upstairs, and the boys upstairs confirm what the boys downstairs said, that it's a pyramid scheme. And what happens is they'll ban you for life, because they'll say you were a repeated violator, even though you weren't, you were just calling to ask why. You didn't, you might not even have known that you were doing anything wrong. But just to give you a little heads up, and that's why I tell people all the time, if you're going to have a WordPress, have a WordPress.org, have your own domain name and your own hosting service, making that site yours, because if not, Google can and will take it down sooner or later. Okay, now to do some keyword research, we're gonna, right here on this keyword research tool, you should see this in front of you. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to type in some words that are relevant to either your unique selling market, or your unique selling proposition, or your niche market. Or if you're writing an article and posting it to your blog, you're going to want to type in some keywords that are relevant to that article. But let's say your niche market is blogging. So let's type in blogging, and then hit search. Now when you first get here, you're going to see a box right here where you're going to have to type in some characters, some letters. It's a security measure, but once you do that, it's going to look just like this. So let's type in blogging, hit search, give you an idea of how this site works. And I see the problem right there. I have 3 G's. Let's hit search again. And then you're going to see right here the keyword or the keyword phrase that you might have typed in here. You're going to see it come up right here at the top. And you see blogging, competition. You see global searches and monthly searches. Now you'll see that the competition is low. The more white you have in this box, the lower the competition. The more green you have, the higher the competition. And what we're looking for is we want some low competition. We don't want no competition. A little competition's good. And as far as global searches and local searches, these are too high. So I'm going to come down here and look at these categories. And it's the same way. These categories, they have competition, and then they have the global and the local searches. Now I'm going to look at the local searches. So I'm going to click on local searches right here. That'll put these numbers in order. Okay, now if you prefer, you can click on the global searches and it'll put the global searches in order. I'm going to run with the local searches because the local searches tend to be a little lower. And then you look down through here and you see the competition level here is extremely low, but the pool that you'd be swimming in is way too big for a newbie. So you come down through here. What is blogging? That's still pretty high. You want something 100,000 or less. So here in local searches, I'm getting down below 100,000. Come down here, creating a blog, and as you see, that has medium competition. We're below 100,000 in the local searches. Blogging for free, medium competition, that's still pretty high. So blogging, okay, well, let's go back up here and let's change this just to blog. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're trying to get a good idea. If we're looking at a unique selling proposition or a niche market, we're trying to get a good idea of what might be a good route. And as you see, blog has little to no competition. It says low competition, but it's huge. The local search is huge. So let's look down through these categories. And here, funny blog, there's no competition there. I wouldn't be interested in that. Find a blog, I guess that's not too bad as far as local searches go. Personal blogging, you have some competition. It's a low competition. And your local searches, that I like. That's not too bad of an area. Writing a blog, that's not too bad. Low competition. Best blog sites. So, you know, if you was going to pick this as a unique selling proposition, you might put in blog, your name, blog.com, or you might come up here and go with training. Type in training and see what comes up. And that's not too bad at all right there. As you see, there's a low competition. The global and monthly searches are right where you'd want them to be. And these categories down here don't look too bad. There's some low competition here. These fall in, and what you're looking for is you're looking for anything from like 1,000 to 50,000, you know, give or take, because you don't want to be something over 100,000. That's just too big of a pool to be swimming in if you're a newbie. Blog training, blogging, and another thing is these words. Some of these words you might want to use as you know, some keywords on your site. When you're writing articles or you're submitting articles, you might get some good ideas in here as far as titles for your articles. Let's put in right here in front, multi-level marketing blog training, and do a search and see what we come up with. No search comes up for that. But you come down through here, you see some different categories. But I don't see anything about blog. So this gives you a little bit of an idea of how you use this tool when it comes to, you know, determining what your unique selling proposition might be, your niche market, you know, your target audience. Gives you an idea of what them people are looking for too, because when they type in these words, you know, you can tell by the searches of there's a lot of people looking for blogging information. So you know the niche market is there. You just got to fine tune it. You do your keyword research to kind of hone in on your target audience. And the same as if you were doing an article, writing an article, you would want to take some relevant keywords in your article and type them in here and do some keyword research, so that when you did your SEO on your site, when you entered in some keywords, you would have a good idea of what people are looking for, and that's what you're trying to determine. So I hope this little video helps you out, take a little bit of the unknown out of the process. Now you're just going to want to play around with this site. You're going to get more familiar as you use it. You're going to get a better idea. I mean, I could sit here and go through one example after another, but honestly, there is no better way to get familiar with this site than just to start using it. And that's all I have. I hope this has been helpful. Have a good day.